Hello, everyone, and welcome to High Top Sports Network for this WPIAL Class 4A Greater Allegheny Conference battle between the Knoch Knights and the Armstrong Riverhawks. It's homecoming here tonight for the Armstrong Riverhawks. And, of course, thank you for joining us here today on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market pregame show as we get things ready for kickoff. As you can see on the clock, under 30 minutes until these two teams get underway. But before they do, let's talk a little bit about these two squads. Knoch comes into this one with a 1-3 record. Their lone win coming in week 2 at Deer Lakes, where they beat the Lancers 21-13. Outside of that, they opened their season with a quite a daunting task versus Central Valley, 62-0 loss there. And then week 1 versus Freeport for the Battle of the Pike. Freeport was the winners of that, 28-14, so they brought home the trophy. And then the previous week, as both of these teams opened up section play, Knoch fell to Greensburg-Salem, 34-13. And now let's take a look at the Armstrong Riverhawks and see how they got here so far. Armstrong at 2-2, dropping their last 2 games. They opened up the season with a 48-14 win in week 0 over Freeport. So both of these teams facing Freeport this season, but a little different of a result between the Knights and the Riverhawks. They opened week 2 playing Deer Lakes with a week 1, versus Deer Lakes, winning 49-6. Week 3, they took a loss to McKeesport, 24-14, in what was a great battle. Armstrong did a great job of holding the McKeesport's athletes in check for the most part in the first half, and then in the second half, just a couple of broken plays that led to long touchdown runs for the Tigers. And then last week, if you remember, they lost at Hampton. Decision to go for 2 to win the game late in the fourth quarter cost the Riverhawks in that game. So I think I got so excited to start this, I didn't even introduce ourselves here. So I'm Jake DeLuca. Joined beside me is Colton Henderson. And Colt, these two teams played in a section game last week. Armstrong at Hampton, Knoch hosting Greensburg-Salem. They had the first 3 weeks to kind of get out the wrinkles of both sides of the ball and, of course, special teams. And now, heading into the second week now of section play.
Going into section play, yep. A little bit different for these Riverhawks now. Same with the Knoch Knights. Looking forward to watch this Riverhawk offense here this evening, led by Caden Olson at quarterback. Looking forward to see what he can do this year after watching him some last year. And this Knoch team, we were able to go down there week 0 and watch them. Mostly a running team, I would say. They do most of their ground game. But looking forward to this matchup on a beautiful Friday night.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Game time temperature right now is 69 degrees here at Armstrong Junior Senior High School. And on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market pregame show. And these two teams have only met twice since Armstrong opened in the 2015-2016 season.
That's kind of surprising, considering they're kind of close. They're not real far.
Well, if you remember, Armstrong was in 5A for a few years there, dropped down to 4A, where they've been for the past 2, I believe. But last year, these two teams met for the first time in section, and Armstrong walked away with a 34-7 win. And then the first time these two teams played, you have to go back to 2015. The first year Armstrong was a school, had a team.
Okay.
They were 41-15. The Riverhawks won that matchup. So
it's been kind of one-sided here over the past couple matchups.
Yeah, Armstrong with a 2-0 record against the Knights. And, Knoch head coach Brandon Mowry's trying to find what works with this team. This team has shuffled around quarterbacks through the first 4 games that they've played. We've seen some Carson Kasecki, who was a transfer, get some run there in week 0 and week 1. But the quarterback that had the most success was Keegan Frazier. He's their lead running back. He played at quarterback at Deer Lakes in week 2. and he put together quite a stat line there. Rushed for 32 carries for 148 yards in that game. And then he also did pretty well throwing the football in that lone game where he got the nod for the majority of the snaps at quarterback. Finished 4 for 6 for 145 and 2 touchdowns. So like you said, Knoch, a team that likes to run the football.
Yeah.
They're really reliant on that run game. And, you know, it really rests on the shoulders of Keegan Frazier, because he's been pretty much the only player that seems to be able to get positive yardage for this Knoch team. We've seen Carson Kasecki break a couple of runs.
Yeah.
And then, of course, going back to Freeport, where they nearly came back, they had a couple of long plays, a couple of touchdowns that were called back to penalties, and that is, you know, that's never what you want to see if you're the coaching staff for Knoch. So heading into now week 4, you know, hopefully they ironed out some of those, but it's going to be interesting to see who gets the nod at quarterback. We also didn't mention J.J. Zabalski got some time at quarterback so far this season. So 3 different guys. You don't know what you're going to get. And in their last game against Greensburg-Salem, we saw them mix it up with Keegan Frazier and Carson Kasecki. Really, they kind of split the duties, I'd say. Maybe Frazier took a little bit more snaps at the QB position, but they're so run dominant that quarterback is just an extra runner, really. And
yeah, they don't have a true quarterback. Like when you look at Armstrong, you look at a guy like Caden Olsen, he's the true pocket quarterback, gonna throw it all over the place. Knoch, it seems like whatever quarterback option they go with, there's still more of a runner. There's not really your traditional quarterback. Not to say they won't throw or what have you. Maybe get them on some rollouts, maybe some play action, but most of the time, the quarterback for Knoch is also looking to run the football.
Yeah, and the one game that they did have success in the past game, I mentioned, you know, Frazier going 4 for 6, 2 touchdowns, 145 yards.
Right.
They were able to work in their big tight end, Jake Murphy, who led the team in receiving with 95 yards on 2 catches, and he had a touchdown.
Okay, that's something there.
He's a big body, a guy that can go over the middle and catch you some balls, but it's just about, do they have time to throw? Do they have time to let those routes progress?
Right, and that's what I was trying to get at with maybe rolling them out a little bit, maybe giving them a little extra, like 2 seconds. You know, that means a lot, you know. So maybe if they do a little play action, get them rolling out, maybe, you know, who knows what this Frazier kid can really do, you know? Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, so far this season, we'll break it down here. He's got 79 carries for 361 yards. 1 rushing touchdown, 2 through the air, carrying it at a 4.6 yards per carry clip. So, you know, this team really moves as he does. So it'll be interesting to see what this Knoch team can do against a pretty good defensive front in Armstrong. I know before we got on the air here, Colt, you were excited to talk about some of those guys because the last game that we covered together was here at Armstrong. They were playing McKeesport, and you were really impressed with their defensive line.
Defensive line was just great on that Friday night. They really didn't let McKeesport get going until 4th quarter, until everybody was kind of tired. You know, McKeesport just kind of outlasted them. But there was a few names. Cherokee Schreckengoss, heard his name that entire game. I mean, he was in on every play. There was another one, Jake, that you said.
Dylan Gagini?
Yes.
Big?
Yes. Those 2 guys, you heard them on every play.
And then also Dozik Zablocki, who got the interception for them and was our gross embroidery player of the game against McKeesport. He also was flying around the field.
Yeah. I was just coming into the season. Everyone, I think, was maybe just looking for Olsen because he had a big year last year. What's the offense going to look like? He's losing some guys. What's going to happen? But the defense has looked pretty darn good.
And I think that we're going to have to pause here for the national anthem. So we're going to throw it over to Hawk Talk. Josh Schreckengoss, our own Josh Schreckengoss, sat down with Armstrong head coach Frank Fabian to talk about this week's matchup. So we'll cut to break and hear that. And then when we get back, we'll break it down some more. Thanks for tuning in to High Top Sports Network. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Top Sports Network for this week's edition of Hawk Talk. My name is Josh Schreckengast, here with Armstrong varsity head football coach Frank Fabian. Today's pregame is sponsored by Sprankle's Neighborhood Market. Hashtag Save on Meat. Coach, we're going to get right into it. Really a thrilling game at Hampton. Obviously not the outcome you desired. Going for two there with under a minute left. Was there any hesitation?
None. Zero. You know, that decision was made already in our staff meeting the week before. If we got into a situation like that we were going to go for it. And then the events that unfolded that night only kind of strengthened our decision to go for it. You know, and there's three factors that kind of went into it. One, at that point in the game, we just felt like we couldn't stop them. You know, they were running the ball down our throats, 69 rushes, almost 400 yards. So couldn't stop them. Two, we almost had two PATs blocked early in the game. And then you combine that with missing two short field goals the week before. You know, that was number two. And then the third factor was, you know, we put the ball in Caden's hands with a chance to win a game. I'll take that. You know, we could do that 100. It could come up 100 more times, and I'd make the same decision I made.
Yeah, as you said, Hampton running the ball very efficiently. I feel like you guys, the defense, kind of wore down a little bit. Played really stout in the first half.
Well, we played a little bend but don't break. One of the, our discussions this week was we got to get off the field. You know, right now, the last 2 weeks, what teams did is that they ran the ball and they kept the ball away from our offense. And I'm sure that's part of their design, but you know, we are holding teams, but 9, 10, 11 play drives, then they punt. We got to get off the field earlier, and we're not happy. We're actually a little embarrassed of that effort. Coming into the season, we thought our front eight was going to be our strength, and 2 weeks in a row, we've kind of had the ball run on us, and especially last week. The week before was more or less big plays, and as a coach I can live with that. But last week, I mean, we knew where the ball was coming and still couldn't stop it. That was the frustration. And I think if our kids are honest with themselves, they didn't play well. We probably didn't coach well on that side of the ball, and we own it, and we've worked all week to try to correct it and make sure it doesn't happen again, because once you put something like that on tape, it's like blood in the waters. And every team that we see from here on out is going to copy that recipe. So we got to get it fixed, or we're going to continue to see it.
Talk to me a little bit about Isaiah Brown. A couple of huge plays there on that drive in the fourth quarter where you brought it to within a point. A big play down the sideline on third down. It just seems like he's finally getting back healthy.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with Isaiah is early on this summer, he wasn't able to take a lot of reps in camp just due to his injury, and he's kind of been sporadic, but it seems to be getting better. At least he's practicing more because of that. He was unable to practice earlier in camp and even in our first week of the season. And I just think with practice reps, there comes confidence, and he's becoming a more confident player. And the more balls Caden throws them, the more that synergy just continues to develop. And so I attribute it to him practicing the last couple weeks, and it's a welcome sight because we need a guy to go up and make plays and beat one-on-one coverage, and hope that trend continues because it was exciting to see him go up and get some 50-50 balls for us.
Yeah, he was beating 2-on-1 coverage. Yeah. I mean, he was bracketed. They were doubling him. And, I mean, just a couple of high points, and he just was taller, more athletic, and out-jumped the coverage.
Yeah, and that's another thing we're seeing. I don't know that we drop 8. And, the kind of the question is, why are you running the ball so much? Well, they're only rushing 3. Yeah. So numbers kind of dictate to us what we're going to do. I think that's why you saw Caden with more rushes than throws. But we need, the too high, shell, and then they're dropping 8 guys, and they're just – they're doing everything they can to try to keep the ball underneath, and, credit to them. That's a good scheme. It's kind of the same scheme McKeesport went to in the second half. They went kind of base and dropped 8, and that's what we saw from Hampton. So not necessarily double teaming him, but that safety's back there lurking, and another point of emphasis this week was coming up with a better plan for drop 8. I think we do have one. That we see that look this week. We'll be better equipped to handle it.
Talk to me about that running game a little bit. You know, your quarterback is your leading rusher. And last year, I would have been a little bit more concerned. Caden's obviously growing into his body.
Yeah.
And he's tough to bring down, but you don't always want your quarterback to be the leading rusher.
Well, a lot of those runs are pulled runs where Caden's reading somebody, and based on what that defender does, he pulls the ball out. So it's like option football without the pitch. So, and we can live with that because a lot of times when he pulls that ball, there's nobody there. And, I do want him to get down. I do want him to, I told him there's 2 reasons to stay in, bounds, for a first down or a touchdown, otherwise get down. So, we're still working with him on that. And he's a competitor, so when he gets out there, he's churning. But those are just read options where he's reading, so I can live with that. But we do need, when we get light boxes, we saw a 3-2 box. At one snap, we saw a 3-1 box. We got to run the ball against that. They're almost daring you to. And we found some edges later in the game, those last 2 drives that we got to continue to exploit, and we will do that. And we got to pass protect. We can't allow a team to live in the best of, I call that living in the best of both worlds. You're stopping them with 5, but yet you're dropping 7, in the coverage, or 8 in the coverage. Well, we're only releasing 4 receivers, so they're covering your 4 with 8. That's never a good. That's never
Not high percentage.
Not a high percentage. So you got to make them pay for paying that look, and we did at times. We just didn't do it consistently enough.
All right, moving forward to this evening's game, talk to me a little bit about Knoch. A tough year last year for them, but they are improved this season.
Yeah, they changed their offense. That was obviously the biggest takeaway I saw on tape from them is they've kind of gone to wing T looks. It's wing T formations, but yet I would call them spread principles in the run game. There's inside zone, outside zone. They're just doing them out of wing sets. So that was the first thing that stood out to me. That was quite a change from their triple under center option. So we got to be ready. We just played a team that did some wing T formations and kind of gave us the business. So we got to line up and we got to get ready for that. We got Mars next week, so we're playing 3 wing Ts in a row here, so to speak. Defensively, they fly around, they give you some different looks, a lot of pressure. They blitz. They're not afraid to bring unconventional blitzes, and walk guys around. So offensive line's got to be ready for that. We got to identify the front, where the pressure's coming from, and get it protected. So, it's been a long week, getting ready for them. And I don't think their record, I think a lot of those are kind of misleading. Last week that was a 26 ball game going into the fourth quarter, and then they punched 2 in late, and it looked a lot worse than it is. So, I think they've closed the gap, and they're doing a nice job over there. And I know they're young. So I think they'll be a team to watch, the next year or the year after. But certainly the way we're playing run defense, if we continue to play that way, they could come in here and beat us tomorrow night. No doubt about it. And I've been trying to drive that home to our kids that we got to get sound, we got to get ready, because a lot of the things they saw on tape from Hampton, they're gonna try to duplicate, and we got to be ready for that.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much to Armstrong varsity head football coach Frank Fabian here on this Sprankles Neighborhood Market pregame for another weekly edition of Hawk Talk. Thanks so much, Coach. Good luck.
And welcome back, everyone, to High Top Sports Network. All of the homecoming court made their way onto the field, and now we're going to throw it down to the public address for the crowning here of the King and Queen. Well, scratch that. Homecoming court walking off. Thought that they were going to do the king and queen there, but that might be the halftime festivities here. Well, I'm just looking down on the field, thinking we might have to pause again if they go into the national anthem, but I guess we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, Cole.
Yeah, I guess so. Kind of a weird start to the game.
Yeah, keep us on our toes, you know. And they will do the national anthem here, so we'll pause for that real quick.
Followed by the alma mater. Flag is located across the field behind the Knoch bench.
All right, and so with the alma mater being played and the national anthem also played by these Armstrong Riverhawks, it's time to jump back into the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market pregame show. Before we heard from Josh and Coach Fabian, we went over some stuff that we had seen so far this season from both of these teams. Talked a little bit about the offense of Knoch, talked a little bit about the defense for Armstrong. Now I want to spend the next couple minutes here talking about the offense of Armstrong. Before we went to break, Colt, you said a lot of people obviously looking forward to watching this Armstrong offense. It's not every day you have last year's WPIAL passing crown holder in Caden Olson. Very special talent he is. And, if we just look at his numbers right now, throughout the first 2 weeks, he held the #1 spot in passing yards, but now he's in 5th place, tied #1 in passing touchdowns, however. He's thrown for 11 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions this season. He's tied in that category with Sarah Catholic's Max Rocco and Gateway's Brad Birch. So we talked about his touchdown to interception ratio. He has 829 passing yards and is completing his passes at a 61% clip. In the WPIAL rankings, he's behind Leechburg's Thomas Burks, who has 840 yards. Keystone Oaks, Nick Buckley with 882. Gateway's Brad Birch, once again hearing that name, he has 898. And the WPIAL passing leader so far this season is Hayden Teska. He has 909 yards, and Teska is a guy that I got to see last week as I was at Knoch for their game against Greensburg-Salem. But Caden can't do it on his own, so he's had some receivers, really step their game up here to start the season.
Yeah, he was fortunate last year. He had a lot of senior guys, a lot of guys that he looked up to, could kind of carry him as a sophomore. That means a lot. So getting used to these new receivers, getting the timing down, some new offensive linemen as well. So it's kind of a not new look offense, but just different guys.
Yeah, and leading the way here for Armstrong to start the season has been Noah Shuttleworth. 17 catches for 284, and he's found the end zone 3 times. Also up there, who's kind of burst out onto the scene. We saw him in the first couple weeks, but then he was battling injury last year, is Isaiah Brown. He has big playability at any given time. 10 receptions for 244 yards, and that's some math I can do. That is 24.4 yards per catch.
Proud of you, Jake.
Which, all you got to do is move the decimal place. Anyway, that's that big play wide receiver. He stands at 6'3", just a big lumbering
big
wide receiver.
Yep.
And, he also plays a mean linebacker as well, does Isaiah Brown. And last year, Armstrong didn't really have a lot in the run game. This year, they've still struggled at times to run the ball, but really they're getting it from a cast of different characters. Caden Olson, he leads the team with 200 rushing yards on 35 carries. That's good for a 5.7 yards per carry mark. And then the lead back, it's kind of split here. Alex Patton has 24 carries, Caleb Retzer with 20. So they really share the workload in the backfield. Patton has 133 yards, as well as Retzer, who has 80. And Patton has been part of 3 touchdowns where his number was called. That ties for the most with Noah Shuttleworth, also with 3, and Dozix Zablocki with 3 touchdowns as well. So it'll be interesting to see what this Riverhawks team can do tonight. A couple of back-to-back tough opponents. McKeesport, everybody knows that they're always in the running to make some noise in the WPIAL. And Hampton, they're always a solid team as well.
It's always a nice close game against Hampton.
Yep, the Talbots. And both teams now on the sideline. The clock continuing to tick down for kickoff here. Of course, this pregame show brought to you by Sprankle's Neighborhood Market. You know the saying, Colt. Go down to Sprankle's, #SaveOnMeat. Sushi Madness on Wednesdays. You'll catch me down there often. But while we have a couple of seconds here, before we start the game, I want to say thanks to a few people. And let's start with our pregame sponsor here tonight. Sprankle's Neighborhood Market, located at 151 McKean Street in downtown Katanning, is proud to be tonight's official broadcast partner and the partner of the pregame show. They are a steadfast supporter of Armstrong Athletics. Check out Sprankle's newly remodeled storefront and stop in for all of your favorites, including the freshest cuts of quality meats. A family tradition since 1999. Be sure to stop in on Wednesdays for Sushi Madness, handmade sushi rolls for just $5. Don't forget to like, share, and follow Sprankles on Facebook for plenty of great giveaways, and to #SaveOnMeat. Sprankles Neighborhood Market. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us. I also want to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning and Roll Valley. Life is all about motion, so the orthopedic injuries are just a part of life. Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning will help you recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury by creating a program focused on you. Your life should be pain-free and filled with the activities that you love, and with the help from Phoenix, you can get there. Schedule 24/7 online at phoenixphysicaltherapy.com or call today to make your appointment. And trying to see who will start out with the ball here. It looks like Armstrong will be kicking, as now it's time for the Belmont Complex opening kickoff. Make sure you check out the Belmont Complex's website at belmontcomplex.net for all sorts of information about Learn to Skate opportunities and just a bunch of different great activities down at the Belmont. You can also give them a call at 724-548-1067. Now it's time for the Belmont Complex opening kickoff here in this Greater Allegheny Conference showdown in the WPIAL Class 4A. Kicking it off here for the Riverhawks will be Tanner Stockdill. And a short kick. Picking that up is Gavin McGowan. He'll get up across the 30-yard line before being taken down. They'll mark him right at about the 31.5-yard line. So a short kickoff there, Colt, to start us off. Now we'll see this Knoch Knights offense in action here. Going to be interested to see who they have lining up under center. As we talked about before, J.J. Zabalski got some time. Carson Kasecki, who is going to be the quarterback tonight, has really been the lead guy at quarterback for the Knights. First and 10, ball on the 32. Kasecki hands that off to Frazier, who fakes it. And now it's going to be Xavier Johnson, who's got a big hole and a first down. And, you know, Xavier Johnson was somebody that Brandon Mowry, the head coach of Knoch, was really excited about before this season. He's a sophomore. You saw the explosive running ability of Johnson on that last play. And he's got speed. You can flex him out wide, have him as your tailback. And, you know, Knoch already showing some misdirection there in that first play. Line it up, first and 10 from the Knoch 48-yard line. Kasecki in the gun. Man in motion is Johnson. Handoff goes to Frazier. He has a hole. He's going to take it up past the 45 of Armstrong territory before being taken down right at the 40-yard line. So this Knoch offense really clicking here to start this game, Colt.
Yeah, they seem like they have a good set of plays here to start off the half. The misdirection is getting that defensive line moving.
So back-to-back big runs from the Knights offense has them set up in Armstrong territory. First and 10 from the Armstrong 39-yard line. Kasecki in the gun. Frazier flanks him to his left. Direct snap to Kasecki. He's going to keep it himself, trying to spin out of a tackle, but that'll be Isaiah Brown taking him down on the play. That'll set up the second down of the game here for the Knoch Knights. After the decent gain there on first down, we'll call him second and about 6.
That's what we saw a lot of in week 0 against Central Valley.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of design quarterback runs here from this Knoch team. A lot of motion, a lot of misdirection. And ball on the 36-yard line. Kasecki awaits the snap. One wide receiver to the top of your screen. Frazier gets the handoff but drops the ball. The ball is loose here. Have some Riverhawks on the sidelines pointing in their direction, saying that they got it, but the official clearing the pile, and he determines that Keegan Frazier was able to fall on top of it. So that'll set up now a 3rd and 9. And, you know, this has kind of been the story of the Knights so far this season, Colt. You have 2 big plays, and then now you're set up with a 3rd and long. It's about consistency here, and they're still trying to find their way.
2 steps forward, 1 step back, it seems to be.
Kasecki in the gun. He gets the snap. He's going to look to throw it now. Looking for Murphy. He's going to drag a defender with him, but a big-time sack on the play there.
My guy.
Yeah, you're right. You talked about him in the pregame, and it's Cherokee Schreckengost.
My guy. He's in on every play.
Yeah, with the sack, and that'll bring us to 4th down and a bit of a poke. Call it 4th, and that's got to be close to 4th and 19 there, Colt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now, Knoch had something going there. He just kind of stalled out.
Yeah, the first 2 plays, they really came out firing on those misdirection runs. That punt is away. It's going to take a Knoch roll. And the return men for Armstrong backing off. That'll be down inside the Armstrong 10-yard line. They're going to spot it at the 8. So not the best field position for the Riverhawks to start their first drive here on this Shellhammer Atwood TGIF Solutions game night, or rather Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night on High Top Sports Network.
Armstrong, first down and 10 Riverhawks. Number 4, Kate Olson under center.
So Olson and company out on the field now. Trips wide receivers to the top of your screen. The solo man at the bottom there, that's Isaiah Brown. Quick little screen pass there to Shuttleworth. He sheds a tackler. Tries to reverse field, but he is going to be taken down there for maybe a gain of a yard or two.
Not much going there.
And Keegan Frazier being credited with the tackle there. So that'll take us to 2nd down and 7 after the gain of 3 on the screen pass to Shuttleworth. Ball now on the 12-yard line. Olson in the shotgun. Trips wide receivers to the bottom of your screen this play. Fake handoff, throwing off his back foot. That one off the hands of Jackson Chrisman and luckily falling down to the turf.
That can be a dangerous play there, throwing that little screen in the middle of everybody.
So that'll take us to 3rd and 7 as this Knoch defense looks to stay strong here. Once again, trips to the bottom of your screen. Olson in the gun, one back flanking him, that is Chrisman. Olson and company looking to the sidelines, maybe an audible coming in here. Olson gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to his right. He's going to be swarmed and taken down on the play. I believe that was Alex Cotton on the sack there. So both of these teams on their opening defensive stands rather, get a sack to push it to 4th down here. That'll back up the punter here for Armstrong in his own end zone. Punt is away. It's a low angling punt, takes an Armstrong bounce and continues to roll. Gonna roll past the Riverhawks 40-yard line and be downed at the 42-yard line. 7:42 left in the opening quarter here.
So both teams, not much really going on their first offensive looks.
Yeah, you know, we saw those back-to-back runs to open it up for Knoch on their first drive and kind of petered out after that. They'll have another chance here, an excellent starting field position. As Kaseki is in the gun, he awaits the snap. Man in motion, that's Johnson, fakes the handoff to him and gives it to Frazier, who goes straight forward, meaning a wall of Riverhawks. In on the tackle there was Chrisman and Julius Barnes.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11.
That'll set up now 2nd down and 11 to go. Ball spotted on the Armstrong 43-yard line. Kaseki, the quarterback. Looks like the man next to him is Aiden Jones. Oh, Kaseki drops the snap, falls down on it. It looks like Armstrong got it. Trying to see who recovered that, and that's Chrisman, I think, that came up with that ball. And Jackson Chrisman just all over those two plays. He combined on that tackle on 1st down and then comes up with the fumble recovery. And this is something that Knox kind of struggled with early on in the season here, ball security. You know, whether it be
well, right there, there's two 1-2 drives.
Yeah. Well put there, Colt. That'll set Armstrong's offense up now in a pretty good position here. Caden Olson hands it off to Chrisman, trying to spin out of the tackle, but gets taken down on the play there. On the tackle was senior Gavin McGowan.
No gain on the play.
That'll set us up with a 2nd down 10 yards to go. Ball on the 49-yard line. Olsen in the gun. Trips to the top of your screen. Lone receiver on the bottom is Brown. Quick pass out. Having to come back for it that time. I believe that was Shuttleworth. It was indeed. So Olsen targeting his favorite target this year early and often on these screen plays. But so far, 2 catches for Noah. Nowhere to go also. Good job by this Knoch defense to contain. That'll set us up with a 3rd down and 6 as the clock continues to roll. Ball on the 47. Play action pass. Olsen slinging it out to the sideline. That one's brought in. Spinning off a tackle there is Connor Segola. He breaks another tackle. Stiff arm coming out as he gets drug out of bounds at around the 23-yard line. And right there, Colt, that's a play that kind of gets the offense going. You can see, you can hear the crowd getting more engaged now after that big play. And now they're just knocking on the outside of the red zone here.
Hurry
Olsen
up, a little hurry up here.
gets the snap, throws it, cross body. Once again, he finds Segola. He's dragging defenders with him and then gets taken down inside the 5-yard line. And now the Riverhawks are in the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser's there.
They're hurrying up again.
Keeping the pace. Split wide receivers on each side of your screen. Handoff goes off the left guard there, and that looked like Jackson Chrisman taking the carry there. You know what, you kind of take that play, keep the Knoch defense honest. You got to continue to pound the rock. It looked like he had a hole there for a second, but that closed up quickly by the Knights defense. 2nd down and goal from the 4-yard line after the 1st down carry from Jackson Chrisman. .25 seconds left on the play clock here as Olsen and company head back out. 3 wide receivers bunched at the top of your screen. Lone wide receiver on the bottom is Brown. Pass goes to Brown, and he has it. Just a easy little comeback route there for Isaiah Brown. And Armstrong strikes first.
Isaiah Brown, a 4-yard touchdown reception.
Colt, that drive was pretty surgical there by Caden Olsen and company.
Yeah, he looked good on this drive. He was very proficient with his passes. Segola out of nowhere.
Breaking tackles.
Yeah.
And now the kicker, Hunter Reed, out to attempt the extra point. The kick is up, and that one splits the uprights.
That looked good. That looked real good.
Point after is good with 5:12 to go at the next Tier Bank Athletic Complex.
Yeah, I liked his approach there too. In previous weeks, you know, the Riverhawks had a little trouble in their kicking game, but not a big run up there. Just kind of took one to two steps up to the ball and just swung that leg like a pendulum there.
Now that's more the Riverhawks that we're kind of used to seeing. The offensive flowing, right? Everybody touching the ball. You had Shuttlesworth, Segola involved, Brown involved. They ran a few plays with Chrisman, coming off that big fumble recovery, trying to get him more involved. So that's what we expect from this Riverhawks offense.
Yeah, and Hunter Reed capping it off with the UFP Parker extra point. Learn more about a job that gives back to you at ufpi.com/careers. The UFP Parker extra point here on this Sprankles Neighborhood Market game night on High Top Sports Network. 5:12 to go in the opening quarter. That kick is up, and it is a long one. Looks like Keegan Frazier will take the return here. He shed some tacklers before being taken down across the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 38, so a pretty decent return there for Frazier. And, we talked a lot about him in the pregame. That's a name you're going to be hearing a lot on both sides of the ball.
Knoch's got to look to get him going here, get him to run some end arounds. It seems like on that first drive they had those pretty big run plays, but they were coming around the outside. It seems like when they go up the middle, that defensive line just gets them.
And it looks like Keegan Frazier is going to be taking the snap at quarterback here. He's going to take the design quarterback run right up the right tackle side.
I feel like we're just going to see a lot of that whenever Frazier lines up a quarterback. It's going to be a lot of just a lead blocker in front of him. Yeah, no.
Just find the hole and go.
Yeah, just go, man.
Put your head down and brace for contact.
Hey, it works, though.
Yeah, I mean, he is definitely their
The kid's a
most
runner.
powerful
Yeah,
runner on
kid's
the
a
team.
runner.
You know, you got guys like Johnson and Kasecki with a little bit more elusiveness, but Keegan Frazier, that guy that can go and get you those tough yards.
Yeah,
he
more of a
picks up
pound
5.
guy. Yeah.
Picks up 5 on the first down, sets him up with 2nd and 5 from their own 43. Handoff from Frazier goes inside. Taking that carry is going to be Gavin McGowan, and he'll have enough for a first down as he's taken down shy of the 45-yard line on Armstrong's side. Mark him down right around the 44-yard line.
Moving the sticks.
Now this Knoch team, they have the ability to move the football. They have the athletes in position to have a pretty good running offense here, but it's about the consistency, Cole.
Yeah, they've already shown that they can do it. It's a matter of getting down there, getting in the end zone, capitalizing on these big drives, and not just wasting them away.
So a new set of downs, 1st and 10, ball on the Armstrong 46-yard line. Frazier is the quarterback. Frazier will keep it. Trying to round the corner, but he gets taken down there on the play by Cherokee Schreckengost. You know, we talked about Cherokee Schreckengost in the pregame. I know you were really high on him whenever we saw them play McKeesport here 2 weeks ago. And he's putting together a nice senior campaign. But they'll give Frazier a 1 yard, or they'll give Frazier 1 yard on the play, setting them up with a 2nd down and 9, ball on the 45-yard line here in the first quarter. Frazier all alone in the backfield. Johnson gets the handoff after he comes in motion. He's going to try to turn the corner. Isaiah Brown just with the monster hit on the far sideline.
Xavier Johnson on the carry. Knocked out number 11.
You know,
Big hit there.
And a lot of people talk about height, weight, speed. I don't know if there's a player on this field that kind of emphasizes that more than Isaiah Brown. You know, 6'3", I believe around 210 pounds. And then he can lay down the hammer like that. Frazier keeps it, looking to pass. Trying to find Murphy. That ball battled for. Shuttleworth comes away with the interception. He has a lane. Man blocking in front of him is Retzer. And Shuttleworth gets taken down shy of the 50-yard line, but a big-time turnover here for the Riverhawks. I mean, Colt, you look at that, and that's a difference between a team punting on 4th and long and you getting the ball, you know, around the 20, maybe inside the 20. To now starting with excellent field position. Once again, this is back-to-back drives where Armstrong has started out with some pretty favorable field position.
Yeah, and that's something you just can't do if you're Knoch. You have Frazier in there to run the ball, and then he doesn't really look comfortable throwing. They did have him out in a space there. But hey, tip drill.
Yeah, and a lot of times whenever this Knoch team elects to throw, it's a lot of bootlegs. You saw it there, and there wasn't a lot of separation for any of the wide receivers downfield. Give credit to Armstrong on the coverage. And it's going to be a double pass. Wide open is Connor Segola on the pass from Isaiah Brown. Segola marches in for the touchdown. And Armstrong in one play goes 52 yards to the house on the trick play. What looked to be a screen pass to Isaiah Brown turns out to be a pass for a pass to a wide open Connor Segola. And Colt, there was nobody within 15 yards of Connor Segola.
No one close. Everybody thought that it was going to be a screen.
What a throw. And, you know, before Caden Olson came around, Isaiah's brother Cole was the quarterback of this team in his junior year. You know, maybe learning a little something from older brother there on that touchdown pass, because that was an accurate throw. As once again, the UFP Parker extra point by Hunter Reed is good. Visit ufpi.com/careers to look for a career that suits you.
Your Riverhawks 14, the Knoch Knights 0.
Well, while we have a second, I'm going to pause for a quick commercial, but we'll be right back on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market Game Night on High Top Sports Network. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back.
Welcome you.
Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop is the official clother of High Top Sports Network and is a family-owned company that can handle all your custom embroidery, custom sign, and laser engraving needs. Located at 409 4th Street in downtown Fort City, Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop can create sports and career apparel to the exact specifications of your organization. Their laser engraving department can put your logo or design on glasses, tumblers, insulated cups, signs, coffee cups, and more. Call Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop at 724-763-2461 today.
And welcome back, everyone, to this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market Game Day on High Top Sports Network. Armstrong looking to kick it off after scoring the touchdown on the trick play there. Booting that one away is Hunter Reed, and that one looks like it's going to go out of bounds.
Kickoff goes out of bounds. If we draw the flag, it will be Knoch Night football. Our sponsors of the 4th annual blackout are
So the Knights will start with the ball at their own 35-yard line. And you know, we've seen two quarterbacks in here for Knoch so far. Carson Kasecki getting the start, and then Frazier coming in on that last drive. And
They're throwing that pick.
looks like they're going to go back to Carson Kasecki here. Flanking him to his left is Keegan Frazier, one wide receiver at the top of your screen there. Handoff goes to Xavier Johnson, and Johnson finds a lane and gets close to a first down there. And I'll tell you what, Colt, Xavier Johnson has looked very good in the few times that he's gotten to touch the ball early on in this game.
Looks like a little Mighty Mouse out there. Little burst of energy.
Yeah, definitely a different pace.
Different
whenever
type of
he's-
runner.
Mhm. You know, you got Frazier, he's kind of your power back. You know, Johnson looks like more of a one-cut kind of guy. Kasecki, your elusive runner. And Frazier will take the handoff, bounces it outside. Stiff arms Segola, but he gets tackled out of bounds. Crispin and Segola, I think, are going to be part of this penalty here. A little unnecessary roughness, I think, is going to be the call here, Colt.
Looks like it. Tack on 15.
So that'll put them right on the edge of the red zone here, I believe. Should put them right around the 30-yard line. Referee sounded angry about that, Colt.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit of attitude.
He's like, I ain't going to put up with this.
Come on, boys.
So actually, they'll start out with the ball on the 28-yard line of Armstrong. Kasecki running to the sideline here. Going to have a quick chat with Knoch head coach
Now
Brandon Mowry.
again, Knoch has been able to move the football. It's just about getting in the end zone. It's about not shooting yourself in the foot. That's all.
And Kasecki in the gun, flanking him to his right is Frazier. Kasecki going to keep the ball, try to bounce it outside. Riverhawks trying to clog the lane here. He's going to be wrapped up and taken down by a whole pack of Riverhawks tacklers there. The Riverhawks with a 2-touchdown lead here as the clock continues to tick just about. It's going to be inside a minute by the time they run this next play here. And this Riverhawks defense, I mean, they got to have some good conditioning because they've been out there a lot here in this first quarter, Colt.
Yes, they have. And let's see what they can do here. Knoch.
Kasecki in the gun. Waits for the snap. Man in motion is Johnson. Handoff goes up the middle to Frazier. He's dragging some Riverhawks tacklers with him. But he's eventually taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard, maybe no gain at all, but Gagini coming in for the tackle.
You're not going to be able to run too much up the gut, you know.
Yeah.
This defensive line's got some pretty good studs on it.
Yeah, and I mean, as the clock ticks down, they're just going to send it to the second quarter here. So while we have a moment, we're going to hear from some of our sponsors on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night on High Top Sports Network. Check out Sprinkles Neighborhood Market too.
Hashtag save on meat.
Hashtag save on meat, baby. All right, for Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Protecting the things you love and how you do so is among the most important decisions you'll ever have to make. TGIF Solutions can provide you with the peace of mind by supplying answers to all of your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, business, life, or farm coverage. Contact the team at the Shellhammer Atwood Agency today in West Katanning to be sure that you, your loved ones, and the things that matter most stay safe when it matters the most. TGIF Solutions, insurance for what matters.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
And welcome back, everyone, to High Top Sports Network as we get started here in the second quarter. It's going to be Keegan Frazier taking the handoff. He's going to drag some would-be tacklers along with him before being taken down.
Back by number 50, Cherokee Schreckengoss.
Once again, there's your guy, Cherokee Schreckengoss with the tackle, Colt.
That's it. That's all he does. Makes tackles.
That'll set up 4th down and 5 for this Knoch offense, knocking on the door of the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone here. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser's there. Kasecki will be in the gun. One wide receiver split out to the bottom of your screen. Kasecki gives it to Johnson. He's going to try to find a lane. That's going to be close there, Colt. But I think that Armstrong was able to stand strong on defense. Indeed, they are. So a turnover on downs for this Knights offense. And, you know, I can't hate the 4th down call there, 4th and 5. You give it to Johnson, who's proven so far that he's been able to take it.
He's gotten you positive yards on every run play that has been called for him. So, yeah, I mean, probably what I would have did.
That'll set out the Armstrong offense with a 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Olsen out there at the quarterback position. Caleb Retzer to his left, trips wide receivers to the top of your screen. Fake handoff, quick pass, high pass there to Yancey. Yancey getting drugged down for a gain of about 2 yards on the play.
Tackled by Gavin McGowan. Short gain, it'll be 2nd down and 8.
So they'll give him 2 yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 yards to go. Ball at the 25-yard line. Trips wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Once again, it will be Olsen and Retzer in the backfield. Looking to his left there and firing the pass that bounces off the hands of Ian Olsen, younger brother of Caden.
Little backyard stuff.
Yeah, you know, plenty of practice in turkey bowls and some backyard football throughout the years between Caden and Ian. That time unable to connect, and that'll take us to 3rd down and 8. Ball still on the 25-yard line of Armstrong. 2 wide receivers split on either side of Olsen. He gets the snap, drops back to throw, looking to his right. He'll take off and run for it. Olsen trying to cut it to the sideline. He does. He's got a head of steam. Inside the 40, slips another tackle, dragging tacklers down with him before being taken down inside the 30-yard line of Knoch, right around the 29-yard line. And, you know, we saw a little bit of Caden running the football last year, but he looked like kind of didn't look as comfortable running as he does this year. You know, he has athleticism. Those long strides really help him move faster than he looks.
Yeah, he doesn't look fast, but
And I mean,
he is.
it's always going to be hard to tackle a 6'5", 205 guy, no matter what position they are. And you see him just bouncing off of tackles and really carrying the ball well on that play. Fake handoff to the back. High pass to Shuttleworth, and he's going to get blown up on the play. Making the tackle.
Frazier.
Yeah, Keegan Frazier.
Frazier read that from the start.
And, you know, they've been going early and often on the screen passes to Shuttleworth. And I think Frazier's starting to sniff it out a little bit. That'll set up a 2nd down and 12 after the loss of 2 on the completed pass. Once again, you'll have 3 wide receivers to the top of your screen. Lone receiver at the bottom is Balasek. Another quick pass to Shuttleworth. That ball pops out. And similar plays on back-to-back plays there.
You had
Just
two,
switching the sides of the field a little bit.
Yeah, but you had two receivers there looking for it, so I think they got a little miscommunication there.
Well, now it'll bring up a 3rd and long here for Armstrong. Call it 3rd and 12. Balasek at the bottom of your screen, all alone. Trips to the top of your screen. Shuttleworth in the slot. Olsen looking to pass. Throws it out. That ball a little too high for Connor Segola. And that'll set up a 4th and 12.
So what do the Riverhawks do now?
I think with the ball at the 31-yard line of Knoch, I think that they're in 4-down territory here, especially with that explosive offense that they have. And it looks like they are going to go for it here, maybe try to draw them off sides first. And looks like we're going to have a timeout. Knoch going to call the timeout here, first one of the game for either of these 2 teams. And while
Probably
we
a
have
smart thing. Yeah.
Get it figured out.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a quick break here. Keep it locked on to High Top Sports Network. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back after this quick break.
With over 40 years of experience, the fine folks at Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian can provide you with several scrumptious options for your next family gathering, corporate event, or tailgate. Make sure to try one of their custom meat and cheese trays or pick up a delicious Sunday takeout special. Steffi's Country Catering is a Leader Times Silver Best of winner 3 years running. And as the holidays approach, get back to celebrating with friends and family and leave the cooking to Steffi's. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order. That's Steffi's Country Catering. Find them on Facebook.
And welcome back, everyone, to High Top Sports Network on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night. It's now 4th and 12 out of the Knoch timeout. Olsen in the gun. Flanking him is Retzer. Olsen in trouble, steps out of it. He has some room to run. Another big run for Olsen on this drive as he heads inside the 10, diving forward for the pylon, but coming up just short. Making the tackle on the play was Chase Jablonski. Or rather, Cody Mullen, excuse me. Looking at the wrong roster there. Be interesting if an Armstrong player tackled another Armstrong player, especially since I don't think that Armstrong player is on the field currently. Now it'll be 1st and goal from the 8-yard line here in the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone. Like a good neighbor, you know who's there, Colt. Ryan Bowser, he's there. Armstrong with a 2-touchdown lead here, shifting some things around before they call the play. Play clock ticking down, now just 5 seconds. All alone is Olsen in the gun. He's going to be rushed. Low throw there, skips off the turf. Intended that time, believe, Jack Balasek. That's the first target for Balasek here tonight, the low throw. Olsen under pressure there, just had to get rid of it. That'll set him down with the 2nd and goal. Ball still on the 8-yard line in the 2nd quarter. Olsen, we're used to him getting it done through the air, but this drive, putting the legs to good use.
2 really big runs.
Not much bigger than one on 4th and 12. In motion and then turning back is Segola. Dropping back to throw is Olsen. He's going to look to his left. Nobody open. Olsen backpedals. He's just going to chuck this one up. Shuttleworth is there. He's going to turn the corner, dive for the pylon, and is he in? Yes, he's in. Touchdown, Armstrong. Noah Shuttleworth just getting open there on the play after it broke down. Olsen with a lob up to him. And a great change of direction there from Shuttleworth to take the pass and turn up, beat the man, dive for the pylon.
That's one of those throws where you go, no, 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 no. Yeah, okay.
Very well put there, Colt. Oh, no.
You go,
oh,
no, no. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you? Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, good.
Olsen out to hold. Hunter Reed, the kicker, ready to send this one up on this UFP Parker extra point. Kick is up, and it is through the uprights. So now 3 for 3 on extra points is Hunter Reed as he knocks through the UFP Parker extra point. Visit ufpi.com/careers to find a job that's right for you at UFP. And while we have a second, I'd like to thank a couple people. I want to say thank you to the Franklin Village Shop and Save and Fuel Center. Football season is here, and Shop and Save at Franklin Village has everything you need to put together the perfect Friday night tailgate. This week, pick up, they got a whole bunch of things you can pick up. You can have your meat and potatoes with russet potatoes, only $1 for a 3-pound bag. Bone-in country-style pork ribs, buy one, get one free. And also 75% lean ground beef, $2.78 a pound. We have Angus boneless bottom roast, round roast for $3.98 a pound, and so many more great deals there at the Franklin Village Shop and Save and Fuel Center. Be sure to check out their butcher shop, or you can visit Shop and Save. It's fantastic deli for a custom meat and cheese tray. Shop and Save at Franklin Village, family owned and community dedicated, and here to help with all your tailgate needs. Give them a call at 724-543-6398. And the kickoff is off. It's going to be Frazier once again taking this one up. He has a lane, and now just one man to beat. Oh, no, actually great wheels there by Trevor Aldrich. It looked like Frazier was gone there for a second, Colt. Looked like he only had the kicker to beat, but coming up with speed, Trevor Aldrich taking him down from behind.
Coming out of nowhere. Frazier looked gone.
Yeah, I mean,
you get that kicker backpedaling, that's it.
Just the Red Sea parted there in the middle for him, and he took that one up to the 35-yard line in Armstrong territory. But this has kind of been the story of the nights that we've talked about time and time again, Colt, so far. You know, it's like you get the big play, but can you get a score? Can you keep it consistent? In motion is Johnson. He gets the handoff, trying to break it outside. Frazier there to try and throw down a block, but blowing that play up. Looked to be Dozick Zablocki. Looked like for a second there, Colt, Frazier was going to seal that edge and spring Johnson forward for a few yards, but great job by Zablocki to kind of get in between there and take Johnson down. Second down and 11, ball on the 36-yard line for Knoch in Armstrong territory. Kasecki is the quarterback. Snap goes to him. He hands it off to Frazier. He will take it up the gut. He has a little bit of a lane and falls forward across the 30-yard line. They're going to mark him down at the 29.5, it looks like. Once again, you see that hard running of Keegan Frazier. Just take the ball, go up the gut, and pick up some positive yards.
Third down and 5.
Set him up with a 3rd and 5 here. Ball now on the 30-yard line. The Knights break huddle, head back to the line of scrimmage. One wide receiver to the bottom of your screen. That is Braden Schroeder. Kasecki waits for the snap. Man goes in motion. That's Johnson, but the handoff goes to Frazier. Being taken down on the play there by John Yancey, the senior.
Frazier on the carry, tripped up on number 3, John Yancey.
You talk about a shoestring tackle, Colt. Say that's a pretty good example of it right there.
Yep, that's it right there.
That'll bring up 4th down and 5 after the gain of no yards on the last play. We'll see what the Knights elect to do here. Oh, would you look at this? I think they're coming out for the long field goal here, Colt. 40. Looks like about a 47-yard field goal. Snap is down, kick is up. It's going to hang way right, a little short as well, but
Tristani's field goal attempt is no good.
you know, you gotta love it anytime a kicker in high school gets a chance to boot a field goal that long.
Yep.
You know, I don't know if you guys have been following us. Me and Colt, big fans of kickers, former soccer players
Yeah.
ourselves.
Yep.
We always like to see the kickers out there doing their thing. At that time, just a little short and a little to the right.
You know, I never really pictured myself as a football player, but I could probably be a kicker.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a punter. And now that sets up the Riverhawks offense 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night. Quick pass that time goes out to Segola. Segola being stacked up there and pushed backward to play. Whistle dead, gain of 2 yards. It looks like they're going to get him. So call it 2nd and 8 from the 22-yard line here for Armstrong.
Segola's done a pretty good job here this evening.
Yeah, on that one drive, he was the recipient of a couple of big-time passes, broke some tackles.
They just seem to be getting him more involved than they did against McKeesport when we were here a couple weeks ago.
Handoff goes up the middle. Chrisman breaks through a tackle and then gets taken down. A gain of a few yards on that play. It'll set him up for 3rd and I'll call it 3, maybe 4 yards.
Yeah, 4.
Yeah,
3.
Call it 3.
By Sue, living in comfort, Hankey's Riverside, Armstrong County Building Loan Association, Butler Health System, Fast Repair, and PJ.
So ball at the 27-yard line. Olsen in the shotgun. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Lone receiver at the top.
Oh, got him.
And, you know, Colt, we talked about this off camera, you know, when we were just hanging out. You talk about Caden Olsen's hard count.
Yeah.
And how that's got to get guys to jump off sides. There you see it.
Yep.
Causing a 1st down for the Riverhawks. Just talk to me a little bit about what a great hard count can do for you.
Well, it's going to be pretty much the exact same thing as normal. And he does a good job with his motions, with his head and with his arms, really selling it.
Olsen faking the handoff. He's under pressure. And he's taken down on the play there.
That's a big sack.
Sacked by Alex Cotton. That is now his 2nd sack of the game here, Colt. Got one in the 1st.
Yeah.
So Cotton blowing up some plays in the backfield. That'll be a big-time loss there.
That's a huge play here right before half. They're trying to get a drive going. You know, you're stalling it a little bit. That's big.
4.5 minutes left here in the 1st half. And, of course, I implore you all to stick around and watch these marching bands do what they do best. I can tell you, last week I was at Knoch, and I was super impressed with their marching band. And, of course, we all know Armstrong's marching band, great at what they do, so it'll be a great show here at halftime as Olsen awaits the snap. Gets it, fakes the handoff there to Chrisman. Is going to go long here, looking for Brown, but that went over top of his head. And a little overthrown there. It'll set us up for 3rd down and 18 to go. First time we've really seen these Riverhawks open it up and go for that long downfield pass tonight, Colt.
Yeah, I just don't know if that's the right time for it, because now you're setting up a 3rd and 15.
Hey,
you know,
if it's anything like the last drive, Caden might just rip
Well,
off a 25-yard run.
Yeah,
here.
I guess you're right. Yep.
Olsen in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers split out to the bottom of your screen. Oh, that's going to be a false start on Armstrong. Jumping a little early there was Connor Segola. You know, we talked about the hard count there of Olsen. You know, you try to draw the defense offside, but sometimes them offensive guys can get a little excited too.
Get a little antsy.
You know, 3rd and long, they just want to make a play. But this will set him up now with a 3rd and 23. Ball will be placed at their own 19-yard line here for Armstrong. And I don't know, they might just try and take another shot here, Colt.
Yeah, they might.
So Chrisman is the back, flanking Olsen to his left. Man in motion is Shuttleworth. Faking the handoff to Shuttleworth. He's going to throw the quick screen pass out there, and there's some room to rumble, but quickly stopped there on the play. Dosick Zablocki was the receiver here for Armstrong. Now it'll be 4th and long here after the pickup of about 7 or 8 yards, I'd say. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock, and that clock continues to tick. So, you know, it'd be big for Knoch to go into the locker room with some morale if they could put together a sustained drive here.
Yeah,
kind of bleed
here.
the clock out until halftime and get some points on the board. Snap goes to Chrisman. He boots this one away. That one will bounce. Kasecki will watch it roll out of bounds right at, they'll mark it at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line of Knoch, where they will take over. First down and 10.
All right, so let's see what Knoch can do here before half. See if they can get something going. Their ground game's been pretty good, been pretty solid. See if they go with Frazier in at quarterback or what they do with him here. They've kind of been doing the Dole thing.
Yeah.
All first half, it's kind of just been every other drive, kind of just whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of how it was last week too, for their game against Greensburg-Salem. I don't know if anybody took the lion's share of the snaps. It was pretty split.
Yeah.
And once again, it'll be Kasecki out there orchestrating the offense at the quarterback position. He awaits the snap. Gets it, low snap, handoff to Frazier. He has a hole here. He's going to cut it back up to the middle and be taken down. Grabbing at the leg and making the tackle that time was Connor Jacobs, the junior, for Armstrong.
I think that's the way to go. Have Frazier as your running back. I think that's the way to do it. I think that's what's worked the most.
Then that allows Kasecki to be shifty there. It allows for the handoff to go to Johnson, bouncing it outside, utilizing his speed. I would say that they've had the most success here with Frazier at the running back position, the lead back. Kasecki in the gun once again. He's going to keep it, looking to pass. He's under pressure. There's a flag down. That's looking like it'll probably be coming back here. Yeah, flag thrown down behind the line of scrimmage. That usually only means one thing, Colt.
Holding.
I've been wrong. I've been wrong.
Once or twice.
You know, I feel pretty confident on that one. Up, boom. Was indeed a holding, so chalk one up to me being right there.
Chalk one up to Jake DeLuca.
2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first half on this Sprankles Neighborhood Market game night. Sprankles Neighborhood Market, you got all the goods you need and great prices, especially on their meat. You can always hashtag save on meat at Sprankles. So now it'll be first down and 25, so a big time loss there on the play for, well, there's a timeout for Knoch. And so while we have a second, I'd like to take the time to thank a couple people that help us keep the lights on, help us make this product available for you all at home. Stanley's Bar and Grill at 507 4th Avenue in Ford City is a great place to catch the game, meet up with friends, and enjoy a great meal on Friday nights. Stanley's Bar and Grill is an Armstrong County institution and features a great atmosphere and even better food. Be sure to try their world-famous hot sausage sandwich, highly recommended by the High Top guys. That's Stanley's Bar and Grill in downtown Ford City. If you haven't tried their hot sausage sandwich yet, I don't know what you're doing. I'd also like to thank the Manor Township Fire Hall. The Manor Township Volunteer Fire Department is a proud supporter of Riverhawks athletics and would like to wish all Armstrong athletes a safe, healthy, and successful fall sports season. Stay tuned to the Manor Township Volunteer Fire Department Facebook page to keep up to date on all of their great fundraisers like ticket sales, gun bashes, roast beef dinners, and more. Remember, you can always host your banquet, reception, or other gathering at the Manor Township Fire Hall. Go Riverhawks from the Manor Township Volunteer Fire Department. So let's see here. First and 25 out of the Knoch timeout here. Both teams back out onto the field, and the official whistle blows, and we're going to get this playoff here. And it's going to be Frazier, in at quarterback. he's going to be taken down. Big time play there by Caleb Retzer, getting the sack on Keegan Frazier. And you know, Colt, I don't know if I've seen a attempted pass by this Knoch team that didn't come on a bootleg.
Yeah, and it seems to be Frazier. Even after that early pick, they seem to be going back to him.
Well, he has had the most success passing the ball here for these Knights, putting up a pretty decent stat line against Deer Lakes. 4 for 6 for $145 and 2 touchdowns. So, you know, he's shown he has the ability to make some big plays.
Yeah.
And also, you know, that's a great way to get their tight end Murphy involved too. He's a big body out there. You have him catch the ball, and it's going to be hard to tackle him. But so far, these Riverhawks have been stout on the pass defense.
Got a timeout here by Armstrong.
And while Armstrong takes a second to gather their bearings, we will as well. Stay tuned to High Top Sports Network. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Armscare, located at 85 Glade Drive in Katanning, provides the highest quality medical equipment, supplies, and service for use in your home. After an accident, illness, or surgery, the caring professionals at Armscare can assist you in getting the appropriate medical equipment into your home where you can make the most progress on your recovery. Armscare offers 24/7 emergency service as well as a wide variety of specialized medical equipment, and their experienced staff is committed to helping you or your loved one regain normalcy by providing the highest level of quality home care equipment, supplies, and service. Contact Armscare at 724-545-3200 today.
And welcome back, everyone, to this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night here on High Top Sports Network. Colton Henderson joining myself, Jake DeLuca here. 2:34 left to go in the opening half. And it'll be Kasecki with the keeper. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Has a bit of a lane, tried to accelerate through it, but taken down on that far sideline. And
another timeout here.
On the tackle there was Dozik Zablocki, I believe. Yep, Dozik Zablocki with the tackle and another timeout called. So, hey, why not hear from some of our great sponsors? We'll be right back on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ryan Bowser in Ford City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And welcome back, everyone, on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night on HTSN. Colton Henderson to my left. I'm Jake DeLuca. 2:23 left to go in the first half. Both teams with one timeout left here in the opening half. It's the Knights on offense. Kasecki in the shotgun. He gets the snap, drops back, looks to his right. He's going to uncork the long ball. And does he bring that down? And he did. Trying to see who caught that on the far sideline there. It looked like Luke Goodland.
Number four?
Devin Whitaker rather. Yeah, Devin Whitaker with the big time catch. And it looked like Jack Valasek in coverage. He was all over him on that play. I thought it got broken up, but a great catch. And Kasecki showing off the arm strength there, Colt.
Yeah, that's really the first time we've seen him show that arm off.
1st and 10, ball on the Armstrong 33-yard line. Kasecki in the gun. Low snap. Handoff goes to Frazier. He's got a lane. He's going to pick up the first down.
There he is, Frazier.
And he's going to be stopped right outside the Ryan Bowser red zone.
They might have started something here. Knoch might have got a little something going on.
Yeah, this is a solid drive here, but, we've said that before in this game, Colt. It's got to, once you get into the red zone, that's when it matters. We'll see if they can get a score on the board before halftime inside the final 2 minutes here of the second quarter. Kasecki in the gun, gets the snap, handoff once again to Frazier. He's going to try to take it up the middle, but he's just swallowed up there by a whole gaggle of Riverhawks, and they're saying that there was a fumble and they have the ball.
Keegan Frazier with the carry, stood out by number 22, Caleb Retzer.
They're going to credit Retzer with the tackle, and it looked like the entire defense for Armstrong was convinced that they had come away with the ball. Not quite. This will bring up now a 2nd and 9.
It's always worth a shot.
Yeah, hey, you got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. 2nd and 9, ball on the 20. Handoff goes up the middle. That was a bit of a late handoff, but taking it up the middle that time was Gavin McGowan.
That's what you don't want if you're Knoch at the moment. You don't want to fumble in the backfield. We all know they've had trouble with it, but
that'll set up a 3rd down and 5. Ball now on the 17-yard line of Armstrong in the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser's there. Kasecki will keep it himself. He's going to be swallowed up, fighting forward for an extra yard there, but this will set up a 4th down and short here.
So what do we do? What do we do for Knoch?
I mean, they went out and attempted about a 47-yard field goal earlier, but I think you're in this position, you're down 3 touchdowns, you got to keep the offense out there. Then again, what do I know? I'm just a guy that talks into a microphone.
Looks like they're taking their time.
Yeah, they're probably going to try and run one more play here. They got 1 timeout left, and they take it with 3 seconds to go in the first half.
Okay.
So while we have a second, let's hear from some of our great sponsors here on High Top Sports Network. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll be right back on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night on HTSN.
Under the direction of Rick Gady, Assistant Director Deanna Golden, Color Guard Advisor Kim Brown, Knot Field Advisor Lewis Stanton, and Nature Advisor Madeline. And under the field leadership of John Major Jack Walker and Andrew Ricker.
In the Ryan Olson halftime show coming up here, when the aches and pains of everyday life have you stuck on the sidelines, make sure you visit the caring professionals at Olson Chiropractic at 159 Butler Road, Suite 2A in West Katanning. Dr. Ryan Olson and his experienced team will have you back in the game in no time. Here now, the Knoch Marching Band.
Tonight, the band will open its halftime show with the 1966 classic hit famously performed by the Blues Brothers. Here's Give Me Some Love. And now we will feature our auxiliary squad under the student leadership of color guard captain Paige Penn, co-captain Victoria Miller, and quartermaster Violet Huggins. Knock captains Mia Savannah and Emma Banana, and quartermaster Riley Hunt. Majorette captain Alexis Sedlin, and feature twirler Madison Delhart. Our squad will perform to a tune widely considered to be simply one of the most dynamic, hard-rocking songs of its time. All the way from 1971, here's Led Zeppelin's smash hard rock hit, Rock and Roll. To close our show this evening, we'll leave you with the 2006 alternative rock hit by the band My Chemical Romance. Here's Welcome to the Black Parade with trumpet soloists Braden Slang and Isaac Grace. 2021-2022 school year. Let's go Knights!
Appears to be ready for their halftime performance. Drum major Emma Lindahl, is your band ready? Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band, the field is yours for performance. Now that the band is tuned up, we continue our show this evening as Riverhawks Marching Band performs one of Ludwig van Beethoven's most famous compositions with Fur Elise. Next we feature our guard and recognize one of the most famous piano artists of all time, Elton John, with a song from his second album that came out in 1970 with Your Song. show this evening. We go back to recognize another legendary piano artist, Billy Joel, by performing his lead single from his 1977 album, The Stranger, with Just the Way You Are. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band. The Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band Center Director, Mr. Jason Benesky. This year's marching band staff consists of Assistant Director, Mrs. Melissa Benesky, guard instructors, Mrs. Tara Smith and Mrs. Courtney Eiler, drumline instructor, Mr. Rob Breen, marching instructor, Mr. Jason Percoda, woodwind instructor, Mrs. Charlene Percoda, brass instructor, Mr. Pat Kavanaugh, and marching instructor and the voice of the Riverhawks Marching Band, Mr. Jake Canish. This year's halftime drill was designed by Mr. Robert Harris. Ladies and gentlemen, the Armstrong Riverhawks Marching Band, I'd like to thank you for your kind attentiveness this evening. And go Hawks!
And we are back here on this Olson Chiropractic halftime show while we have a moment here before they crown the homecoming king and queen here at Armstrong High School. I'd like to thank a couple of people. I want to start with UFP Parker LLC. UFP Parker LLC is an essential business with essential people like you. UFP Parker LLC's products are key to everyday life and are wide-ranging that include treated lumber, trusses, and building components, concrete forming materials, and industrial packaging. We need people like you to keep growing. Working here, you'll find coworkers who treat you like family, people who have your best interest at heart, and will make your career goals a priority. We value safety and training, and full-time employees are eligible for a comprehensive benefit package as well as profit-sharing bonuses and other perks. With manufacturing facilities located in Parker, Emlenton, Clarion, Parker, Emlenton, and Clarion, they are hiring for several skill levels from general laborers to assemblers and forklift operators. To find a career you can build upon, visit ufpi.com/careers. For more info, you can also call or text 814-316-1033.
Your 2021 homecoming Duchess is Olivia Pock.
Duke and Duchess. Olivia Pock winning Duchess, and the Duke. The Duke of this year is Lane Hepner. So Olivia Pock and Lane Hepner, congratulations. They are your 2021 Armstrong
now, ladies and gentlemen,
homecoming, Duke and Duchess.
Queen for the class of 2022.
And up next will be the crowning of the King and Queen.
King is Stephen Starr.
So Stephen Starr, the homecoming king here tonight for Armstrong. Get a nice blue sash and a real snazzy crown.
And your 2021 homecoming queen is Bailey Bevington.
Bailey Bevington winning the homecoming queen honors.
On Duke and Duchess, and Stephen and Bailey on being this year's homecoming king and queen.
So
Also, a special thank you to our student
there you go.
council,
The Duke and Duchess and the King and Queen
for organizing
crowned here at Armstrong for homecoming.
upcoming games tomorrow night.
And while we have some time here, I'd like to thank a couple more people. I want to say thanks to Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop. Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop is the official clother of High Top Sports Network and is a family-owned company that they can help you handle all of your custom embroidery, custom sign, and laser engraving needs. Located at 409 Ford Street in downtown Ford City, Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop can create sports and career apparel to the exact specifications of your organization. Their laser engraving department can put your logo or design on glasses, tumblers, insulated cups, signs, coffee cups, and more. Call Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop today at 724-763-2461. And while we have a couple of moments here before the start of the second half, we're going to throw it over to commercial. So for Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. You're watching High Top Sports Network. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Protecting the things you love and how you do so is among the most important decisions you'll ever have to make. TGIF Solutions can provide you with the peace of mind by supplying answers to all of your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, business, life, or farm coverage. Contact the team at the Shellhammer Atwood Agency today in West Katanning to be sure that you, your loved ones, and the things that matter most stay safe when it matters the most. TGIF Solutions, insurance for what matters.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ryan Bowser in Ford City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Just finishing up a 100% outside renovation project at Katanning store. Don't miss out. Come and see us. Check out our Pennsylvania skill game room. We have the newest machines, the newest games. We have 5 machines. We're about to add a 6th machine. $10,000 jackpots on all 6 machines. Don't miss out on a chance to win. We have the lowest possible prices and the best quality of anybody in the area. We'll take it up against anybody in the area. We put our stamp of approval, hashtag Save On Me, on every single package, and we're here to serve you every single day. We also have chef-prepared, chef-quality prepared sushi, everyday fresh, and Sushi Wednesday, $5 sushi rolls, and you can win by liking and sharing our favorite page, Sushi Madness shirt. Don't forget to check out our millions of bakery deli products that we're making fresh every day. Appreciate all the support out there. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
And welcome back, everyone, to High Top Sports Network on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night here on HTSN. I'm Jake DeLuca, joined beside me, the illustrious Colton Henderson. As the second half kickoff is underway, that one is going to be received by Noah Shuttleworth. He's going to take it up past the 20 and get stacked up right around the 23-yard line before being rustled down, and a little bit of a late throwdown there. The whistle blew. The Knoch player wanted a little extracurricular there, and now Armstrong will pick up a couple yards, I would say, Colt.
Pick up a few there after that return.
Yeah, and a couple of halftime scores for you here with other games on High Tops tonight. Sarah Catholic leads Freeport at half 7-3. And last I checked, it was halftime at the Kiski and West Allegheny game. They're all knotted up at 0-0. So some great football action here on High Top Sports Network tonight. So this will set up Armstrong now in some pretty good field position right around their own 40-yard line.
After a really good kick and a really good job by their coverage team, too, by Knoch.
So that'll set us up 1st and 10. Ball on the 38-yard line for Armstrong. Handoff goes up the middle. That's Patton. Patton has a hole, breaks through a tackle, and then gets taken down by the shoestrings there by, looks like Gavin McGowan, able to take down Patton. And if I'm not mistaken, Colt, I think that's the first rush for Patton here tonight.
Yes, I believe it is.
That's going to be good for a Riverhawk. First down.
So Armstrong picking up the first down here, moving the chains, trips wide receivers to the top of your screen. Olsen in the gun, gets the snap, fakes it to Patton, pump fake. He's going to look downfield, wide open is Shuttleworth. He has it. He has room to run inside the 10, and a touchdown for Noah Shuttleworth. Olsen to Shuttleworth. A connection that we've seen a handful of times now here in the 2021 season. Noah Shuttleworth becoming Caden Olsen's favorite target. You saw it there on that play. And Colt, I mean, the pump fake just worked magic on that play. Froze the safeties.
It was perfect.
And Shuttleworth just room to run.
Shuttleworth with a great seam route, just going right up the middle, splitting the safety in the corner. Just a great job there by the Riverhawks.
So this will set up Armstrong for the extra point. Olsen with the hold. The kick is up, and it is true. Another good extra point there by Hunter Reed. Now make him 4 for 4 on the night. And that was, of course, the UFP Parker extra point. It was good. Visit UFPI.com/careers to find a job at UFP. So that didn't take too long for Armstrong to add to their lead. Just, boy, let's do some mental math here. 35 seconds off the clock here in the second half. So, phew, I mean, you had that run on first down from Patton, and then just taking it. Boy, I'm trying to think of how many yards that was, Colt. That had to be nearly a 50-yard touchdown.
50. Yeah, it was right around 50 there. Yep. Now that's what we were used to last year with this Riverhawks team.
The long
striking
ball.
Fast, striking early, like, just doing it.
And the third Armstrong runner, fourth overall, was August Zanatti with a time of 21:38. Congratulations, cross-country team. We are proud of your efforts.
I think that was around 60 yards there, Colt. Kickoff by Tanner Stockdale. Brought in by the Knights. That's Johnson. Johnson with a little wiggle there. Still on his feet, taken down past the 35-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 38.
Tough guy to bring down, that Johnson.
Yeah, and we've seen that tonight, Colt. I mean, he's been pretty successful on those outside runs. On the misdirection run plays. He's gotten his number called a handful of times and produced a good bit.
Yeah, they seem to like running him off the tackle.
So that'll set up the Knights offense with a 1st and 10. Ball on their own 38-yard line as they get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Kasecki in the gun. One wide receiver split to the top of your screen. Handoff goes to Frazier. He's going to try to break it up the right tackle. Gets around him and then taken down right around the 40-yard line. They'll give him the 41. So a gain of 3 on the play there by Keegan Frazier. Chrisman with the tackle for Armstrong.
Just more of the same stuff there for the Knoch Knights to start this second half.
And we saw a heavy dose of Keegan Frazier in that first half and really all season long for these Knights. He's been the lead back and really the guy that can move the chains more so than anyone on this team. He got to pick up a 3. Kasecki going to keep it himself. He's going to try to bounce it out to the far side, gets around the corner and runs out of bounds after the first down marker. So the Knights moving the ball here with their first drive of the second half.
But just like you said in the first half, they've been able to do it. They've been able to move the ball up and down the field. It's just not turning it over and capitalizing on the opportunities that you have.
Now it'll be 1st and 10, ball on their own 48-yard line. The Knights trying to march downfield. Kasecki gives it up the middle to Frazier, and dragging him down there, meeting him immediately was Dylan Gagini. Another crucial cog on the defensive line here for Armstrong. Dylan Gagini, we filmed a promo video at Mel's before the start of the season, and Gagini made a appearance on it, and I remember seeing him, and I said that. I thought to myself, I said, that guy looks like he can hurt someone. And he blew up the play that time, setting up now a 2nd down and 11. Ball on their own 47-yard line for Knoch. Kasecki awaits the snap, gets it in the gun. He's going to try to take it himself. Fumble! The ball's loose once again, and falling on top of it is Dylan Gagini. And that's the 2nd fumble here tonight for Kasecki. He lost that one there, and now it sets Armstrong up with really great field position. And they've kind of had good field position all night. The only time that I can think of that they didn't was on their opening offensive drive of the first quarter where they started backed up inside their own 10. Other than that, I mean, they've had some pretty prime field position.
Another turnover there, though, for the Knoch Knights.
Olsen gets the snap, fakes the handoff, looking to his left. He's going to uncork the long ball. He's got a man, jump ball. Did he come down with it? He did. Isaiah Brown showing off the big playability there. We said before the game that Brown was averaging 24.5 yards per catch. That'll bring the margin up a little bit there, Colt.
Oh, yeah. That's what Brown does, though. Right there.
You know, it reminds me of that UPS saying, what can Brown do for you? Well, Isaiah Brown can haul in the deep ball better than most in the WPIAL. And Shuttleworth walking in for his 2nd touchdown of the night. Just a quick little out route on the near side of your screen. Noah Shuttleworth with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And now we have a 34-0 game. Running clock starts with a 35-point lead in the second half. And I've seen one running clock this year. It was the Knoch game versus Central Valley. And it was interesting because there's a new rule in place by the WPIAL where if you have a lead in the second half that's 35 points or larger, not only do you have a running clock, but Hunter Reed's point after attempt is good. That's the UFP extra point. Visit UFPI.com/careers for a job fit for you. But as I was saying, you know, the second half, they were already down 35-0, Knoch was in week 0 to Central Valley. And so in the second half, quarter length's usually 12 minutes. They were knocked down to 8 minutes running clock for the 3rd and 4th quarter. But since Armstrong got their lead here in the beginning parts of the 3rd quarter, opening up that 35-point lead for the running clock, I think that they'll remain with 9:25 on the clock. I don't think that they're going to shorten it to 8 minutes since they just got that 35-point cushion.
Macy Lorgan for shooting a team record 82 during the section qualifiers on Tuesday at Japan Country Club.
So, just hearing from the overhead announcer, Macy Lorgan shooting a career best 82, I believe it was, Cole, at the qualifiers for the WPIALs.
Yeah. Good job, Macy.
Their school record, actually.
Good job, Macy.
Congrats to Macy Lorgan. Armstrong set to kick it off here. 9:25 left in quarter number 3. That ball launched downfield by Stockdale. Brought in there by Johnson. Johnson trying to reverse fields, but he gets taken down. And once again, Trevor Aldrich making the tackle. And if you remember back in the first half, Aldrich was the guy that made the potential touchdown-saving tackle from behind on Keegan Frazier as he crossed beyond the 45-yard line. It looked like he was gone, but Aldrich making some big plays on special teams.
Just making his presence felt, you know? That's what you got to do if you're a special teams guy.
Absolutely. Nose for the football. Trevor Aldrich has showed that tonight. Kasecki and the Knoch offense back out onto the field. Handoff goes to Frazier. He's going to be wrapped up immediately. Spins out of one tackle, and the ball's on the ground again. And recovering that one was Jackson Christman. Back-to-back drives ending in a fumble for Knoch. And the fumble's coming in just not the best field position for their defense.
$712 goes to the winner. 50-50 tickets. Break them out.
So now Armstrong will set up shop once again. We'll see where the official ball placement is. It looks like it's right on the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 for these Riverhawks. And
I think Crispin's got 2 fumble recoveries. He had one in the first half.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Gagini with 1
He's
and
all
Crispin
over.
with 2. Yeah, that's right.
He had one in the first.
Yeah.
Crispin's just on it.
On it. And a rare time where we see, an interception. We saw Caden Olson under center. No, yep, they're going to call it an interception there.
Frazier.
Keegan Frazier making plays, so back-to-back plays with a turnover. But that's one of the rare instances where we've seen Caden Olson under center there. Kind of just lofted that one up, looking for Dozix Zablocky. And Keegan Frazier, I mean, he's had some reads on these throws throughout the game. That time coming away with the ball.
Yep, that was his first chance for a pick, but he kind of floated it. I don't think he expected Frazier to be able to jump.
Yeah,
like
that was a one-handed grab there too.
I mean,
Cole.
that was nice.
Maybe split him out wide on offense here once or twice. And it's going to be a reverse here to Johnson. He's trying to find a lane. He has one. And the ball comes out once again, and Armstrong recovers it. 3 straight plays, resulting in a turnover. Holy smokes. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this, Colt.
This is crazy.
And then here we go. Gagini with another fumble recovery. So
Yeah.
Crispin with 2, Gagini with 2. Oh, man. Well, let's try not to make it 4 plays in a row here. Hey, shout out to Hedge over here. Mentioning that's 3 straight plays for this Knoch offense with a fumble. The ball security has to be a cause for concern right now if you're Coach Mowry on the Knoch sideline. What a crazy turn of events.
Yeah. Talk about just the emotional swings.
Yeah.
I mean,
each sideline just jumping with jubilation only to have it a moment later ripped away.
Yeah.
4 wide receivers split out to the bottom. Handoff goes up the middle. He's met immediately.
Yep.
Looked like Jake Murphy on the play.
Tackled by Jake Murphy.
That'll set up at 3rd and 8 from the 34-yard line of Knoch for Armstrong here. Be interesting to see what they draw up here. Armstrong's been able to convert on these 3rd and longs here tonight so far. See if they...
Yeah, they've done actually a pretty decent job.
Trips to the bottom of your screen. Olson in the gun, running back flanking him to his left. Olson going to quickly toss that one away. And I believe that is Alex Patton who got the reception, and he's going to pick up a 1st down here.
Just a little option run there, just a little something.
Yeah, that RPO. I think that one went forward. It looked like Olson had an option either, to pitch it or give it a second and throw it down a little bit further to Patton. 2 wide receivers on each side of your screen. Olson fakes the handoff. Quick little throw out there to
Brown, yep.
Yep, Isaiah Brown. He's going to mow over a guy. Just showing off the strength, running over the Knoch defender. And that's a touchdown there for Isaiah Brown, his 2nd of the night.
For a 19-yard touchdown touchdown reception.
The Riverhawks offense humming out here today. They're getting pretty close to their tops for points in a game. They opened up week 0 with a 48-14 win at Freeport, and then week 1 a 49-6 win. So they've been able to put up 48 and 49 points, but tonight they have a chance to maybe topple that number with the rate this is going. And the UFP Parker extra point is good. Visit ufpi.com/careers. Check out a job that might suit you here today. So Olson connecting with Brown
And a
in
little
the
bit
Ryan
of,
Bowser State Farm red zone there, Colt.
yeah, in a little bit of a different way too. Brown was able to do a lot after the catch. Really muscled his way through.
Yeah,
Some
I
guys
mean, he ran over a guy.
Showing off that physicality that he's got.
He's like, I don't have time to juke to the left or right. I'm going on a straight path ahead.
I think I'll just run over you.
And he did.
And he proved it.
With a 41, Dylan Morris with a 49, and Owen Bryson with a 53.
And now the Riverhawks will tee this one up. Kick it off to Knoch. 6:03 left to go here in quarter number 3. And to kick it off, it'll be Tanner Stockdill for Armstrong. 3 men back deep to return. Johnson, Kasecki, and Frazier are the 3 men back deep for Knoch. Kick is away, and it looks like Frazier's going to take that one in. He drops the ball, loses sight of it, picks it up. He's going to have some room to get something going here. A little bit of turning nothing into something here as he picked that ball up inside the 10, able to get it across the 20 to about the 24-yard line.
He was able to do something there. That could have been bad.
Yeah, making something out of nothing. I think he thought about just diving on it there for a second, but able to scoop it up and get some positive yardage here was Keegan Frazier here for Knoch. Temperature outside 59 degrees, 10 degrees colder than when we started this on this Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night at this point. Handoff goes up the right side. Taken down on the play there by Dozig Zablocki was Keegan Frazier.
Here by Keegan Frazier, tackled by Dozig Zablocki and Cherokee Shreckengoss.
Oh, Cherokee Shreckengoss getting involved in that play as well. Second down, 4 to go. And tonight, between the third and fourth quarters, the school is going to try to attempt a new tradition here. All the fans are encouraged to take out their cell phones and turn on the lights and sing along with one of my favorite artists of all time, Tom Petty, to I Won't Back Down. So that'll be something interesting to watch here in between quarters as we wind down in the third with less than 4:50 left in the third quarter. Kasecki with the carry. Gets taken down for a short gain on 2nd and 4. And give him about 2 yards. It'll set us up for third. And no, they've moved the chain. So it's like he got a little further than my eyes initially saw.
Spotted at the 35-yard line of the Knights.
And a lot of time to go here, but if Armstrong can hold up this pace on defense, it would be their first shutout of the year. Going on to game number 5 of the season here tonight for both of these squads. Kasecki gives the handoff to Frazier. Frazier's going to drag a couple tacklers with him and then get taken down on the play. It looked like Dozig Zablocki once again in on the tackle.
Number 65, Owen Kamer, gain of 5.
Also in there on the play was Owen Kamer.
Roger Master. Congratulations, Roger Master.
This will set up a 2nd down and 5. Ball placed on the Knoch 40-yard line for the Knights offense. It'll be Kasecki, the quarterback. He gets the snap. He's going to take it himself. Cuts it up inside the right guard and right tackle and gets brought down for a short gain on the play. It's going to set up 3rd and short here, Colt.
See if they go back to Frazier at all here or Johnson to pick up this first down.
Inside 3 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Armstrong in command. Kasecki gets the snap, takes it up, and he's going to be close to the first down with the official marking, but looks short. Yeah, but they're going to give it to him there.
Hunter Jacobs and Owen Kamer in on the tackle, but it's going to be good for Knoch.
Just a mass substitution coming on the field now for Knoch. It's like the starter's heading off, and looks like they're sending the backups out there, Colt.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Tradition here at Dexter Stadium where we sing a little Tom Petty, so parents, grandparents, family members.
Different quarterback, 16, sophomore.
Yeah, that's Aiden Jones. Jones in at quarterback, gets the snap, hands it off there to the running back. That's Sam Skirka rather. Skirka with the carry. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. It'll set up 2nd and 10. Ball placed on the Knoch 45-yard line. So it'll be the young gun, Aiden Jones, in at quarterback. He gets the snap. He's going to roll out to his right, trying to find a lane, but he's going to find absolutely nothing as he's brought down on the play by Cam Wolf.
Aiden Jones, the ball carrier, 75. 75? 72? Yes.
And you know, with the backups coming in here for Knoch, we might see the backups coming in for Armstrong on their next drive, and they'll be led by freshman quarterback Kyan Klein if they do go to the 2nd unit. But before that, Knoch is faced with a 3rd down, 14 yards to go, as we're inside the final 20 seconds of action here in quarter number 3. Handoff goes to Skirka, and he'll be taken down for a minimal gain there. Might have gotten a couple yards on the play, but that'll bring us to a 4th down and long.
Carried by Sam Skirka, tackled once again by Cam Wolf, and that is the end of the
And while we have a second now, I want to tell you guys about High Top's favorite catering company. That's Steffi's Country Catering. With over 40 years experience, Steffi's Country Catering provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly, professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing table and 3-tier cheese ball cake. Be sure to order some homemade cheese balls. And Colt, if you want to see get these folks pulling out their cell phones here, singing some Tom Petty, show the people at home what they got going on here when that begins. But Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Terra are available, so be sure to order. Check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Whether it's for a Friday night football tailgate, a family event, or just a fantastic meal, Steffi's Country Catering has food the whole family will love. Mention High Top Sports Network to receive a special 10% discount when you book your next event. Looks like the student section getting into it over there. Yeah, other people we're starting to get somewhere here. That's great to see. I'd also like to thank Phoenix Physical Therapy and Katanning rather. Life is all about motion, so orthopedic injuries are just well, they're just a part of life. Phoenix Physical Therapy in Katanning will help you recover, recharge, and rise to new heights after an injury by creating a program focused on you. Your life should be pain-free and filled with the activities that you love. And with the help from Phoenix, you can get there. Schedule 24/7 online at phoenixphysicaltherapy.com or call today to make an appointment. And we're ready to get started in the fourth quarter here on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market game night on HTSN.
All right, way to go here next year, Bank. Thank you very much.
And the punt is dropped. Oh, man. Going down on the play. Big time loss there will set the Riverhawks offense up at the Knoch 32-yard line. Just unable to get that punt off in time was Brendan Tristani. And Josh Barnett going to get credit there for the play, number 60 for the Riverhawks here.
It will be Riverhawk football.
Let's see who leads this Riverhawk offense out onto the field.
Well, I do not see one Caden Olson, so I'm guessing the reserves are out there. Kyan Klein, the freshman, will be running the show at QB here. And looks like the running back. He'll fake the handoff. Klein will keep it himself. Tries to juke around one guy, gets some positive yardage on the play, called about a 3-yard gain on 1st and 10.
Gain of 2, second down and 8.
Once again, in the gun, Kyan Klein, 2 wide receivers split on each side of him. Gets the snap, and that'll go to Harmon, I believe. Flag thrown at the spot of the tackle, so we'll see what the call is here.
McCroskey, there is a flag on the play.
So it'll be second down once more. Colt, did you catch what they said down there for the penalty?
Holding, number 1, Olson.
The younger Olson.
Yeah, he was holding out there on the outside.
So 2 wide receivers on each side of the quarterback. Klein will pitch it now. Getting room to run. That's Rex Harmon. And he's got a first down and then some.
Rex Harmon, the ball carrier.
Or Rex Harmon, rather. On the tackle that play was Keaton Naprosky. Well, the clock continues to tick. Armstrong and their reserves looking to add on to the lead here. Get them some valuable varsity experience. I mean, nothing quite like Friday night lights, Colt.
That's right, especially when you're young. You get your chance in a blowout. That's nice.
Maybe show your stuff. Kyan Klein waiting for the snap, man in motion. He'll pitch the ball out to him. That's Owen Barton. And Barton will be wrapped up and taken down just shy of the 5-yard line, it looks like. Once again, we're in the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone. Like a good neighbor, Ryan Bowser, he's there for you. Armstrong in no rush to run a play here as the running clock continues to get seconds off the board here. Kyan Klein once again in the shotgun. He gets the ball. He's going to look to pitch it back. And Rex Harmon dives forward towards the end zone, and the official is going to mark him just short. So it'll be 3rd and goal from about the 1 yard line.
Brings up a third down and goal for your Riverhawks.
We'll have to see if they just keep running in or.
Hey, I mean, you got a yard to go. Say Harmon's been running the ball pretty well for these guys so far. Just line it up and let him punch it in. Trips wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Klein is the quarterback. Line up on the far hash. Letting the play clock run down here. Klein's going to keep it himself, and he will run in for the touchdown. Ryan Klein takes it in from 1 yard.
Rushing touchdown.
And the read option there, just fooling the defense. Klein able to walk right into the end zone, and now we're up 48-0, pending the extra point, is Armstrong.
That's your whole also snap. Hunter Reed's point after was good.
So the UFP extra point is up and good. UFP Parker LLC is an essential business with essential people like you. Their products are key to everyday life and are wide-ranging, including treated lumber, trusses, and building components, concrete forming materials, and industrial packaging. They need people like you to keep growing. Work at UFP Parker or any of the UFP branches, and you'll find co-workers who treat you like family, people who have your best interest at heart and will make your career goals a priority. They value safety and training, and full-time employees are eligible for a comprehensive benefit package, as well as profit-sharing bonuses and other perks. With manufacturing facilities located in Parker, Emlenton, and Clarion, UFP Parker, UFP in general actually, is always hiring several skilled workers at several different skill levels, from general laborers to assemblers and forklift operators. To find a career you can build upon, visit ufpi.com/careers. And for more information, you can call or text 814-316-1033. Tanner Stockdale will give it the boot here for Armstrong. That one looks like it's going to Xavier Johnson. Johnson trying to find a crease. He's going to take it across the 30 down to about the 35-yard line.
David Johnson, the barrier, tackle at number 18, Kyan Klein, and Jose Zalaki. First down and 10, Knoch Knights. Actually, get out your.
I'd like to tell you all about Steffi's Country Catering. With over 40 years of experience, Steffi's Country Catering provides sumptuous home-cooked food served by a friendly, professional staff to make your next event worry-free. Ask about their grazing tables and 3-tier cheese ball cakes. Be sure to order some homemade cheese balls or try their extra fresh meat and cheese or pickle and olive plates. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order, and you can be sure to check out their Facebook page for weekly Sunday takeout specials. Whether it's for Friday night football, a family event, or just a fantastic meal, Steffi's Country Catering has food for the whole family, and they'll love it. Mention High Top Sports Network to receive a special 10% discount when you book your next event.
Pete Milkowski on the carry. Tackle number 62, and Hayden Shoot.
So a flag down on the play after the decent run there. So they get Armstrong with the face mask, so that long run will have an extra 15 tacked onto it.
2 huge penalties.
Sometimes kids, they switch without us letting them know. They don't get any flops, man. They don't.
So clock continues to roll within 7.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 4. Aiden Jones in at quarterback. He gets the snap. Handoff goes up the middle there to Sam Skirka. Skirka able to pick up some tough yards there.
35. Sam Skirka.
It's a gain of about 5 yards or so. Set him up with a 2nd and 5 here. Ball on the Armstrong 21-yard line, knocking on the door of the Ryan Bowser State Farm red zone like a good neighbor. Ryan Bowser, he's there for you. It's been a beautiful night here on this Sprankles Neighborhood Market game night. Getting the handoff once again is going to be Skirka.
You gotta tell. There, that's my only complaint. Tell those kids we can't call the right name if we don't have the right. Winning ticket 741551. This is for the what's in the purse. 741551. Head to the concession stand. White ticket.
Clock continuing to run here as the Knights offense tries to get their first score of the night. Man in motion for the Knights. And waiting for the snap is Jones. He keeps it himself, tries to cut it up to the far sideline, but he's going to be taken down on the play. With the tackle is Jacob Panchik.
87-79. Tackle. 16. Aiden Jones with the carry. Who was it? 87. Tackle by number 87. Greg McCullough. And they don't have any. So once again, there's 2 white tickets. Last 3 digits.
This will be now a 2nd down and 10.
And 5-3-1.
Ball on the 13-yard line of Armstrong for Knoch. And a loose ball again. Looked like the Knights were able to dive on top of it first, but right there on the play was a Riverhawk.
Jackson Hogan falls on top of the Knoch Knights. Will be 3rd down and 15.
So now a 3rd and long situation here for these Knights. Now they have these drives. They get down to, in a place to score, and then, like you said earlier, 1 step forward, 2 steps back on the 3rd and long. Now man in motion. It's going to be Jones on the keeper. He points out blocker. He's going to go for the end zone. He steps out right before. They're going to mark him down at the 1, but that'll pick up a new set of downs here, at least on the long scramble there by Aiden Jones.
Aiden Jones knocked out of bounds at the 1-yard line. 1st down and goal.
That was a nice little scamper there.
Yeah, Aiden Jones showing some athleticism.
Some speed.
Aiden Jones, sophomore quarterback and free safety here, listed at 5'11", 155. Once again, it'll be Jones in the gun. Back flanking him to his left is Skirka. High snap, bobbled. Jones is going to pick it up. He's going to try to get the corner. He dives into the end zone for the touchdown. So Aiden Jones able to get the Knights on the board for the first time tonight, late in the 4th quarter. Just 3:45 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
I thought maybe they might be able to pitch the old shutout.
Yeah. I thought maybe for a second there was a chance, but not getting that late touchdown. And, now the starters are out. And
yeah, credit to the 2nd string of the Knoch Knights for just keep on fighting, keep on playing.
Hey, it's a big opportunity for them to maybe show something, get some extra playing time next week.
Exactly.
But, we have some time here, and, unless anything crazy goes along, I think it's about a 2-point conversion here.
Yep, same thing.
And Jones stepped out of bounds.
Point after is no good.
So I think Angelo Law forced the play defensively there. But Colt, I think we can give away our Arms Care play of the game. And I take it back to the first quarter. That 52-yard touchdown pass, Olsen to Brown to Segola on the trick play for the 2nd touchdown of the night. That is going to be our Armscare play of the game.
It's a good pick there, Jake. It really got the offensive going, too.
Yeah, it was the
did.
spark.
Yeah.
Armscare
Just needed that little trick play.
Yeah. Armscare, located at 85 Glade Drive in Katanning, provides the highest quality medical equipment, supplies, and service for use in your home. After an accident, illness, or surgery, the caring professionals at Armscare can assist you in getting the appropriate medical equipment into your home where you can make the most progress on your recovery. Armscare offers 24/7 emergency service as well as a wide variety of specialized medical equipment, and their experienced staff is committed to helping you or your loved one regain normalcy by providing the highest level of quality home care equipment, supplies, and service. Contact Armscare at 724-545-3200 today, and they are, of course, bring you your play of the game. The first quarter pass from Olsen to Brown to Segola for 6. So this will start the Armstrong offense with the ball at 1st and 10 from their own 25-yard line. And, you know, I'd be surprised if they don't just keep it on the ground here and milk this clock out, Colt.
Yeah. I expect more of what they did with the first drive with this second string.
So it'll be Kyan Klein in at quarterback. Man coming in motion, that is Isaiah Greenia. So Klein hands it off to Greenia. And he might have fell forward for a little gain there on the play, but
a little bit.
Yeah, they'll give him a generous yard there. Set him up with 2nd down and 9. Ball on their own 21-yard line.
Gain of 1, 2nd down and 9.
Kyan Klein, the quarterback. 2 wide receivers split out on each side of the line. Klein fakes the handoff, but the defense doesn't bite as he is swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Good tackle on the play that time by Dylan Pinkerton. He's a freshman blowing up the play there.
Just getting some time.
So Armstrong will be able to take the clock down to about minute 38, if my math is correct, if they would let the play clock run. 3rd down and 11 here. Kyan Klein and the reserves on the field here for Armstrong. Five seconds left on the play clock. Klein gets the snap. He's going to toss it to the back. Taking it now is trying to see down there, and it's going to be a late flag on the play. Rex Harmon will be the back, and a couple flags down on the field. The one flag thrown immediately at the point of the tackle, and then another flag coming in there later. Referees gathering to make sure they get the call right here. It's 3rd down and 11 to go. Well, it was. We'll see where they mark the ball after the fact. Referee still trying to decide what the call is on the play. I think we might see offsetting penalties here, but just not sure. Looks like the head official's ready to make the call. So horse collar on the defense. Okay, so horse collar by the defense, unsportsmanlike from the offense. The offense gets a 1st down. I'm going to need somebody to maybe explain that one to me. Thought they'd offset.
Yeah, they must have just took like the result of the play. You know,
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, a little confused. So clock continues to roll inside 80 seconds. And I believe we're just going to see a kneel down here, Colt.
Yep.
So Klein will kneel this one down. He'll have to do it one more time here before this one ends. But that's
It pretty much sums it up.
yeah, it's pretty much ball game here, Colt. Thoughts?
Thoughts?
Yeah.
I think Armstrong's a little bit better than what I thought they were. Seeing them against McKeesport, they played pretty darn good, but they came out here this evening, kind of a slow start. But once they got the ball rolling, they got it rolling, just like last year. And their defense looked great, just like they did against McKeesport, which I expected. As far as Knoch goes, man, can they run that ball. They can run, they can run, they can run. But it's all about the turnovers, you know, shooting themselves in the foot. They were able to sustain drives. They just weren't able to capitalize. And that's one thing the Knoch Knights will get better at as the season goes on here.
And we're going to have a quick scoring recap for you, getting us started here in the first with 5:13 left in the first quarter. It was a 4-yard touchdown reception from by Isaiah Brown from Caden Olson. That got us to 7-0. Then with 2:02 left in the first, that 52-yard pass, Olson to Brown to Segola. And that would do it for the first quarter scoring. Then in the second quarter, Armstrong able to score early with an 8-yard pass from Olson to Noah Shuttleworth. That took him to 21-0. That would take us to halftime. And then 35 seconds into the third quarter, Olson uncorked a 51-yard bomb to Noah Shuttleworth. 9:25 left to go in the third quarter. It was a 7-yard pass from Olson to Shuttleworth. So back-to-back touchdowns in the third quarter to Noah Shuttleworth. And then with 6:03 left in the quarter, it was once again Caden Olson to Isaiah Brown. And the last score from Armstrong was a 1-yard run there from Kyan Klein. And then the lone score in the fourth quarter by Aiden Jones for Knoch. That was a scoring recap. So real quick, we're going to take a short commercial break. And when we come back, we'll give you your gross embroidery player of the game. So stick around for that. We'll be right back here on High Top Sports Network.
Thank you again to Paul City.
Just finishing up a 100% outside renovation project at the Catanic store. Don't miss out. Come and see us. Check out our Pennsylvania skill game room. We have the newest machines, the newest games. We have 5 machines. We're about to add a 6th machine. $10,000 jackpots on all 6 machines. Don't miss out on a chance to win. We have the lowest possible prices and the best quality of anybody in the area. We'll take it up against anybody in the area. We put our stamp of approval, #SableMeat, on every single package, and we're here to serve you every single day. We also have chef-prepared, chef-quality prepared sushi, everyday fresh, and Sushi Wednesday, $5 sushi rolls, and you can win by liking and sharing our favorite page, Sushi Madness shirt. Don't forget to check out our millions of bakery deli products that we're making fresh every day. Appreciate all the support out there. We can't do what we do without you. Come and see us.
Protecting the things you love and how you do so is among the most important decisions you'll ever have to make. TGIF Solutions can provide you with the peace of mind by supplying answers to all of your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, business, life, or farm coverage. Contact the team at the Shellhammer Atwood Agency today in West Katanning to be sure that you, your loved ones, and the things that matter most stay safe when it matters the most. TGIF Solutions, insurance for what matters.
With over 40 years of experience, the fine folks at Steffi's Country Catering in Adrian can provide you with several scrumptious options for your next family gathering, corporate event, or tailgate. Make sure to try one of their custom meat and cheese trays or pick up a delicious Sunday takeout special. Steffi's Country Catering is a Leader Times Silver Best of winner 3 years running. And as the holidays approach, get back to celebrating with friends and family and leave the cooking to Steffi's. Sugar Rush Cupcakes by Tara are available by order. That's Steffi's Country Catering. Find them on Facebook.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Ryan Bowser in Ford City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Shop and Save at Franklin Village is a family-owned, community-dedicated supermarket with a wide variety of quality food and friendly personnel to make your shopping experience easy. Stop by their award-winning butcher shop where you'll find the freshest cuts of USDA-inspected beef, pork, and poultry. Head to the bakery for the freshest bread and rolls, and don't forget to stop by the deli for an excellent selection of cold cuts, meats, cheeses, and prepared foods like their fantastic fried chicken. That's Shop and Save at Franklin Village.
And welcome back, everyone, to High Top Sports Network. I'm Jake DeLuca, joined by Colton Colt Dog Henderson, as we get ready to present our Gross Embroidery Player of the Game. Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop is the official clother of High Top Sports Network and is family-owned. It is a family-owned company that can handle all your custom embroidery, custom sign, and laser engraving needs. Located at 409 Ford Street in downtown Ford City, Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop can create sports and career apparel to the exact specifications of your organization. Their laser engraving department can put your logo or design on glasses, tumblers, insulated cups, signs, coffee cups, and more. Call Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop today at 724-763-2461. But without further ado, our Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop player of the game has to go to one Noah Shuttleworth. 2 receiving touchdowns tonight, as well as an interception on the defensive side of the ball. Just a great game played by Noah, and very deserving of tonight's Gross Embroidery and Sign Shop player of the game. And I'd like to thank you all for joining us here on this TGIF Solutions post-game report. Gonna take a look and see if we got any more scores for you here before we sign off. It looks like Kiski won 7-0, I believe, is what that says. Just double check on that for all you folks at home real quick. So Freeport and Sarah Catholic going at it right now as well on High Top Sports Network. See if we can't get you a final update on that game here. Right now, it looks like the third quarter in that Sarah Catholic and Freeport game, and it's the Eagles on top 14-3 in the third quarter. Still plenty of football left in that game. And then Kiski versus West Allegheny. It's the fourth quarter here, and Kiski holds a 7-0 lead. So, battle of the unbeatens between West Allegheny and Kiski area. The Cavaliers 4-0 and West Allegheny 3-0. So one of those teams coming away with a loss after tonight. But, I think that just about will wrap it up here. So a lot of scoring by the Riverhawks here tonight, facilitated mostly by Caden Olson. Noah Shuttleworth with a pair of touchdowns. We also had Isaiah Brown with a pair of touchdowns. And he threw a touchdown as well. I almost completely forgot. Isaiah Brown threw a passing touchdown in the first quarter. That was our play of the game, brought to you by Armstrong. The pass from Olson to Brown to Segola. Little three-man weave, if you will. Just a wide open Segola down the field in the first quarter. But without any further ado, I think that just about wraps it up here on this TGIF Solutions Shellhammer Atwood & Associates post-game report here on High Top Sports Network. TGIF Solutions is the official social media partner of High Top Sports Network and the home of the Shellhammer Atwood Agency. They are proud to be tonight's official scoreboard sponsor. The experienced professionals at TGIF Solutions can assist you and your loved ones with any insurance need, no matter how big or small. TGIF Solutions specializes in all types of insurance, from auto, home, family, business, farm, and commercial. Visit tgif.solutions to get your personalized quote today. TGIF Solutions, insurance for what matters. And I just want to thank you all for joining us here tonight on High Top Sports Network. Another night of fireworks here at Armstrong High School at Next Tier Bank Stadium. And, not only do I want to thank you all for joining us, listening, watching live here on HTSN, but I also want to thank those people who have clicked that green donate button and, showed us their appreciation. If you want to help High Top keep growing and, you enjoy what you see, be sure to click that donate button and show your support to the High Top guys. But until next time, I'm Jake DeLuca signing off here on the Sprinkles Neighborhood Market Game Night on HTSN. For Colton Henderson, I'm Jake DeLuca. We'll catch you next time.